My next guest is a serial entrepreneur in the LGBTQIA+ community who has created a new event ticketing platform to compete with Eventbrite. And Reid Lawrence says he's already saved clients millions. It's my pleasure to welcome Reid to the program. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well. Let's talk about Sickening Events. What made you start this platform?
Yeah, definitely. So I just feel like Eventbrite, Ticketmaster, and some of the other ticketing platforms that are multi-billion-dollar companies really aren't doing anything for the LGBT or queer community, as we call it. And so Sickening Events is kind of the answer to that. In the community, queer dollars are very important. And so we want to keep those in the community as much as possible. And this platform aims to do just that.
Okay, very cool. So why the transition into this type of business? I say you've noticed a niche, you've noticed someone, the group's being sort of let down or forgotten about in some form?
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. So platforms like Eventbrite and Ticketmaster, they charge marketing fees and insane kind of service fees, and it's really a pay-to-play model, which isn't, it's maybe a good business for them, but like I said, every queer dollar is very important in the community. And so the transition of this, Sickening Events was originally a videography-only company. So the transition into this was mainly just out of just a pure need. I felt that there's a way to save the queer community money and a much better way to do it specifically with event ticketing and event management platform, just like Sickening Events.
Absolutely. So why should people be more aware of these kind of platforms, do you think? I understand you're sort of voting with your wallet in some form or another. But what do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you purchase tickets to any kind of event online, you're paying service fees to different types of companies, and Eventbrite and Ticketmaster, as the queer community and LGBT spaces, we don't necessarily know where their political affiliations lie. And, as queer dollars, as we've been saying before, we don't know where those queer dollars are going. They're most certainly not going directly back into the community. And when you use a company like Sickening Events to purchase your tickets or run your events through, you know that you are supporting the queer community and giving back directly. So being the awareness of where those companies are spending their marketing budgets and their, other kinds of budgets is very important these days.
Absolutely. In the same way that you might go for something sustainable in a group, a mega company that's making sure they're making sustainable shifts, you're looking after your own community. I think this is a really cool idea, Reid. How would your platform be different between venues, though? Who would use it? And I guess, is it up to the individual producers to sort of tap into this service?
Yeah, so just like Eventbrite, we want to be really flexible, right? So we want to cater to both large and medium-sized venues as well as individual promoters. One of our most popular types of client is actually individual drag queens. So drag queens here in the US and abroad, they produce their own drag shows and drag brunches. Drag brunches are very popular these days. And, these are just individual artists that are trying to produce shows. And that's where we actually save people the most money, is because Eventbrite can charge hundreds of dollars in marketing fees per event. And, with Sickening Events, we don't charge marketing fees ever, yet offer all those same marketing tools absolutely free of charge. So, we offer everything for bigger and mid-sized venues. We offer the seat assignment, the time and access controlled ticketing and gating and all that kind of stuff that you would come to expect from a enterprise level solution, if you will. But we cater to very different types of clients, all the way from down to that individual drag queen or promoter, all the way up to that mid-sized entertainment venue or theater, if you will.
Absolutely, and there is no denying the popularity of drag queens at the moment. We've got RuPaul's Drag Race in Australia at the moment. It's all very exciting.
But Down Under, of course.
Down Under. But Reid, this sounds like a great platform, so all power to you, and all the best. We'll have to touch base again down the track. And if people do want to get involved, where should they be going?
Yeah, absolutely. Just go on over to sickeningevents.com. Check out all the info there. If you want to get started with our platform as an alternative to Eventbrite and save a lot of money, once again, you can do that at sickeningevents.com. All of our social media can be found there as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Easy done. Good stuff from you, my friend.